Hey, this is Ronnie, and this is the Rescue Ronnie Show. Today, we're going to go through the entire buying process, start to finish, so stick around, learn something, and come check it out. Alright, so the very first thing that you're going to want to do as a consumer of buying a house is start saving money. Whatever you can, stockpile into an account and save your money. And then you're also going to want to start researching some of the neighborhoods that you think you could potentially want to live, what are the amenities that they offer, and things like that. So the second thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to a vetted, awesome lender that can pre-approve you. They're going to ask for taxes, pay stubs, probably pull your credit, things like that. Number 3 is you're going to want to select an aggressive real estate agent that has your best interest and can really negotiate your deal and know knowledge of the area in where you're trying to buy. Remember, sellers pay the commission. Buyers do not pay the commission. That is a big misconception. If you are a buyer, you are not paying the commission for the agent that you're representing, so choose wisely. All right, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is actually physically start looking at homes. Set aside some time with your agent and go out and find out what really makes sense for your situation, what areas do you want to live in, and start canceling things out and putting things in the possible bin as well. You're going to want to next figure out what terms make sense for you. If you have a good agent, they're going to call the seller and they're going to call the seller's agent and find out what terms they're looking for in order to get your offer accepted. But you also want to find out what works for you. How much money do you have to put in on deposit? How long do you want to close on your escrow? Things of that sort. The next thing is very important, actually putting in the offer. And I keep going back to this agent. If you have a good agent, they are going to package this up so it looks very nice, like Christmas morning when you package something nice up like that, and they're going to help you get your offer accepted. So once your offer is accepted, then you have 3 days to get your deposit in. It's the same type of thing as if you are buying a car or something like that. They're going to want to have a deposit in order to see that you have skin in the game. And therefore, the seller has 7 days to get you back disclosures on the property. Next, the listing agent will then open up escrow with the title company, and this is a third-party entity that will be non-biased and hold funds for this transaction. Then, as the buyer and the buyer's agent, you will want to set up your inspections. So is that a pest inspection, home inspection, a pool inspection, a sewer inspection? Those are some of the main things, maybe even a roof inspection. And you have 17 days to remove contingencies on that. Once you have completed the inspection, you'll get a report, and then this is your opportunity to ask for requests for repairs. So if there is a leaky sink or a hole in the wall or scratches on the floor, this is your way to then ask the seller to give back and fix some of the things that they have screwed up in the house. Next will be the appraisal. So you'll order the appraisal with the lender. The lender will order it. Once the appraiser goes out there, appraises the property, therefore they will come back to you with a report again. And this report will tell you if the house is appraised for the actual purchase price amount. If it did not and it came in underneath, therefore it will only be able to get a loan on the appraisal amount. So theoretically, say you have a $400,000 house and it appraises for $380,000, someone needs to come up with that $20,000 gap, whether it's the seller, the buyer, and if they can't come to terms, then the deal is then void. Once the buyer and seller then come to terms on the appraisal, or if it appraises for the actual amount, then you can move forward, and the buyer is then asked to remove their appraisal contingency. During this process, throughout this whole entire process, your agent is asked to do an AVID, which is Agent Visual Inspection Disclosure. This is where your agent will go into the house and basically whatever they see visually, they will note down as a disclosure, and this will go into the actual disclosure pile. And you can keep hearing me talk about contingencies. Contingencies are basically your safety net as a buyer. If things do not go correctly, you do not remove your contingencies. Therefore, you were to keep your deposit. if you are to remove all your contingencies, then you will now be vulnerable to lose your deposit, which is not a good thing. So moving forward with the loan, as the lender gets approval from the bank, you will be able to move forward with your loan and therefore remove your loan contingencies, which you have typically 21 days in order to do so. Therefore, all your contingencies are removed. We want to make sure that we are 100% wanting to move forward, and when we remove all of our contingencies. After we remove all our contingencies, it's kind of home sweet home. The lender will send out the closing disclosures, which is called the CD in the industry, and then there's a 3-day waiting period just in case somebody has any cold feet or does not want to move forward with this transaction. The buyer's agent will then contact the listing agent to schedule a final walkthrough with his client or her client. This is a way in order for you to find out, are the blinds broken, or has somebody put a scratch in the floor, or if there's something that's not right in the house. This is your last call in order to get these things fixed. And then it comes to the big day of signing. You will go into the escrow office, the title office, and sign all these documents. And it seems like a lot, but you are actually being a safety net for yourself in order to put yourself in a great position moving forward on purchasing a house. You're signed, close of escrow, and then we celebrate. All right, so this is the buying process in a nutshell. Hope this helped. Hope this gave you some education. I do get this question quite a bit. Where are we at in the process? So this will iron out all those thoughts. And if you need any help, please contact me and I will put you in the right directions. And as always, have the best day of life, and adios.